let me bring up my notes. So I'm going to reintroduce the scene again because obviously it's been a week, so welcome back. Just a few points beforehand. I'd like to say thanks to a William Gant for supplying us with those PDFs that he sent us that explain the rules a little bit better. They're very nice, very generous of him to send those and spend the time to make them. Also, massive thank you to Doctors of Doom for, one, listing these videos and also for having the character sheets because they are amazing. Anyway, so how I'm going to do this is I'll get you all to roll an awareness test, and based on that awareness test is the amount of detail that you'll see in front of you. So you'll all see the same thing, but the details will be slightly different depending on what you roll. To start with, roll me an awareness test and then I'll read out who sees what.
Okay.
Cool. So now that I have that, I'll reintroduce you to the scene. You awaken to an unfamiliar ceiling. As you arise from sleep, Anastasia nods towards you. Glad you could all finally stir. I was beginning to think that some of you weren't going to make it. We've been carried on board the Glorious Pride by the cultists, and as far as I can tell, we await the same fate the crew did. Operations and experimentations. We need to figure out the way out of here, and quietly. The last thing we want to do is get the attention of the remaining cultists aboard the ship at the same time. It appears that you've been thrown into one of the old conference rooms. The chairs have been piled into the corner, and the safety protocol for this room has been initiated. Apart from a very small grated air vent, the room is sealed shut. Blood spatters cover the walls, and the body of an unfortunate research assistant lies dead in one of the corners of the room. Your weapons and equipment are missing. So you've made your rolls. So, Rob and Fabio, this is what you see. The room has been completely ransacked, apart from what seems to be the metal drawer under the main desk, which is locked. The blast doors seem sturdy and unbreakable without specialist items or equipment. You look at the security panel and you notice that it is bolted into the wall and has a 9-digit keypad. A painting of some prominent figures from the Ordo Xenos hangs on the wall. So a 9-digit keypad, as you know, is the thing that has, basically it's like your cell phone keypad. It's got 1 to 9, and then it's got, under 1 it's got like A, B, C, under 2 it's got D, E, F, and so on and so forth. You're aware of that, aren't you?
Yep. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, I don't need to explain what a bloody keypad is. That's good. Okay. But for Amonel, you rolled higher than everyone else, so you notice this. The room looks to be ransacked. A struggle clearly happened in here between something with claws and the unfortunate researcher in the corner of the room. The blast doors that keep you locked in here are sturdy and unbreakable, and a 9-digit keypad sits next to it, bolted to the wall. You notice that the digits 3, 6, and 7 are the most worn out. There is a locked metal drawer underneath the main desk that has a single keyhole in it. Amid the low hum of the spacecraft, an odd clang, a quiet chanting can be heard in Cant Mechanicus coming from the vent. A painting of some prominent figures from the Order Xenos hangs on the wall.
Sorry, what was the last one about the picture?
So, a painting of some prominent figures from the Ordo Xenos hangs on the wall. The floor is yours, guys.
At that moment, Rob, I can't remember what your character's name is.
Icavon.
Turning to Icavon, sort of having noted this and watching the my compatriots who I'm now trapped in this room with not really seem to be as aware, I turn to the machine man and Icavon,
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean to presume, but Mechanis, would that be a language that you can speak?
Yeah, that's right. That's something I speak. Although, so yeah, I can take a look at this. Try and listen out. You hear what these guys are saying.
Can you see? Yes, go to the vent, and I point towards where the vent is. Seems to be coming from there. Do have a listen.
Yep, I'm on it. I jump myself up onto the table or whatever. Try to get myself up as close to this vent, ear right up to it. Like turn the volume, receiving volume up to 10, and yeah, listen, see what I hear.
Cool. The vent is actually there, so I will move you to that corner.
Okay.
You can hear someone chanting in Camp Mechanicus. It's a bit fractured and a bit gobbledygook, but you can make out that they're saying a prayer, basically.
Okay. It seems to be some kind of prayer. I'm not really getting the gist of it, what it is right now, but it's hard to say. Oh, look, a painting. Now, I am Order Xenos. Does the visage on here, is it recognisable to me?
You don't recognise who is in the painting, but it's 3 members of the Ordo Xenos. They look to be very high-ranking Inquisitors.
Okay, cool. Right.
Well, I suppose. Oh, hold on.
No, it's okay. I was just going to say, do we get our hands dirty onto this research guy? See what he had on him? See if he had any hotkeys or anything?
Looking suspiciously at Icavon, you read my mind.
Hey.
Who would like to look through?
Icavon, I believe you wanted first dibs on the body, so after you.
Well, well, I didn't really want to go rooting around this guy. Hey, Fabio. Just standing up there with a phone up your ass. What, dude?
I think his chat dropped a second ago.
Oh, right, okay.
I roll up my sleeves. I have that. I'll go try and look through the research assistant, try and specifically maybe look for any like key cards or any notepads or anything like that he might have on him or anything. But I will try all his pockets, see what I find.
You do find a key inside the researcher's pocket.
I hold it up to. Sorry, I've forgotten. Oh, Amonel. Bingo. Well, let's try this in the drawer. See if it works. And try it in the drawer in the desk.
The key fits in the lock and turns. The drawer slides out surprisingly smoothly. Inside lies a data slate, which is basically a futuristic 40k iPad, and an Astra Telepathica medallion. The medallion is a palm-sized bronze symbol of an open eye over a capital letter I, and it's encased in a circle. The pupil of the eye is a beautiful sky blue gem. Let me just send you what it looks like.
Cool.
You should have it in your handouts section now.
Oh yeah, and obviously flipping. Hey, Amonel, check this out.
All of you would know who the Astra Telepathica are. They are a group dedicated to following the beacons of the Emperor so that they can navigate space, essentially. So they are the navigators of the 40k universe. They're psychers as well. But they are, some of them are considered quite prestigious because of the life-saving work that they do to get people through the warp. And there you go. I've just, in your handout section, you'll find the medallion that you're looking at right now.
It's on one of Poe that we have here.
Yeah, not really making any heads or tails of the numbers yet, but not sure.
Would you like to take a look at the data slate as well?
Yeah. Just worth pointing out, on the first roll there are 9 numbers there. And second roll there are 8. But that top roll has 9 numbers worth maybe taking a look at.
Maybe let's input them into this key code.
Well, the number of numbers on the keypad sort of doesn't exceed the number 9. Well, I suppose 0 if you count that's at the bottom, like at the beginning. It would appear from, and I point out the blood splodges on the keypad itself, that the numbers 3, 6, and 7 seem to be the most used, and I'm just musing to myself as to how many combinations there happens to be involving those numbers. But the letters underneath may also be of use with those.
Well, these don't conform to a regular alphabet with the numbers 68, 54, etc. But I would be willing to punch in any number with a 3, 6, or 7 in it.
Well, it's I mean, if they're the only values that are involved, there is 6 combinations that it could possibly be. But if we look at this data slate that Icavon is still clutching onto, maybe that might shed some light on what this medallion is doing.
Yeah, sorry, I was looking at this thing.
What have you got, Icavon?
So as he shows you, it appears in your handouts. The transcript is at the bottom, by the way, if it's too small to read on the actual image. I think you can zoom in on the image. There you go.
Click on the image, it opens it up. Yeah.
Icavon, why don't you read it out for us?
Would you like me to read it out to you guys? I can do that. It's not a problem.
I will do it. I will switch my voice processor whilst I do so it's more...
Could we get Nigel to read it out for us?
Nigel to do it, yeah.
I have a Morgan Freeman set. I could do that.
Oh, if you can get it to work, definitely.
Tell you what, I'll read it out to you guys.
Oh.
It says, so, this data slate, unfortunately, will only show you the most recent entry log. To view any other logs requires a passcode. So, starting at the top. Daily Prayer of the Glorious Bright. The Emperor has given us wings to soar amongst the stars, for his is the radiant light that paths our ways. To never suffer the heretic, the Xenos, or the traitor. His words will strike all who oppose with a glorious fury. His glory will open all eyes that are closed like sealed doors. All minds that are broken are whole once more, and those who are without his glory are slain in his name, for his word is final. And Icavon, if you'd like to read the 2 entries, that would be brilliant, or 3 entries, that would be brilliant.
Entry 102.12a. I've been asked to aid Pittance lobotomy to reset him once again for the 5th time. It's starting to bother me now. It's starting to bother me how broken this creature is. The tech priests aboard this ship seem to use it like a tool, but all I see is a failure of a human and a broken machine. Neither part seems to be perfect to me. No wonder they call it the Pittance. Tech priest Argos, yep, has designated the activation code to be Glory. I find it to be an insult. There's nothing glorious about this machine.
So, as you say that, you hear the chanting in the vent stops, and you hear a
authorization code accepted. Awaiting command.
Open doors.
Invalid request. Master protocol instructs no damage to Imperium property. Access to engine room from outside only. Conclusion. Pittance unavailable to fulfill request.
I shrug it. Well, it's worth a shot.
Pittance,
Yes.
could you instruct us as to the code to the door?
Unavailable to fulfill request.
Well, there's another entry here as well.
Yes.
Entry 102.12b. It turns out that Commander Vansgrad was correct. We've been hounded by various vessels.
Vessels
Of seeming Imperium origin attacking our ship. I would theorize that these attacks are the work of the Xenos samples we have aboard. Possibly some form of telepathy reaching out into the void. With each encounter, the attacks have turned out to be abomination cultists, malformed humans spouting blasphemous nonsense through the comms. However, these vessels have been unsuccessful in their attack. Indeed, the Glorious Bright is an exceptional vessel in both defense and offense. We have been blessed. There would be no possible way that we would ever be endangered of these disgusting, blasphemous Xenos traitors. R.J. Yeah, 102.12c is a lot shorter. We have been boarded. Emperor, please protect me. We are fucked.
So,
Seems like a strange way for them to sign off on that last message.
No, I edited that last part.
as you're mulling over this,
That's probably true.
as you're mulling over this device in front of you and what it says, the tannoy comes on.
Is this thing on? Is it working? Are you awake yet, my friends? Yes, I think you should be. And do not worry, your bodies are donated to the Four-Armed Emperor's great work. You may be feeling a little groggy, yes. Yes. It will be the toxin I've placed in your veins. I need you alive, but in a vegetative state for my procedures, you see. Hard work it was to capture you alive and so fresh, without the others wanting to eat you or tear you all limb from limb. I think I will wait till the toxin finally takes over before I come to collect you myself. I can hardly contain my excitement.
And with that, the intercom crackles off and the room falls to a gentle hum once more.
I look over my arms to see if there are any puncture marks because the mention of toxin. Oh no, if we've got a toxin inside of us, this is a ticking time bomb.
As you say that, Anastasia looks a little bit weak on her feet. As do you, Amonel.
Yeah, I think we kind of need to get through this as quickly as possible. So, right, this is everything we've got from here. We've got this amulet here. Maybe I'm going to quickly have a look, see if there's anything we missed around the room. I'd like to maybe just take a look through the walls for any secret panels or anything like that, or anything we've not discovered along the walls.
Sure. As you do so, you notice that the painting of the three members of the Ordo Xenos can be removed from the wall, and it reveals a safe in true mystery fashion.
Hell yeah.
I wonder if the daily prayer has anything to do with the combination on the safe that you found for us.
Yes, they are suspicious, aren't they? Brilliant. Let's try that key code in the safe.
The safe has a fingerprint scanner.
Researcher? Let's try the researcher's hand, see if it works.
Might be an idea.
And I lug him onto my shoulder and bring him across the room.
None of his digits open this lock.
Is this something that you, again, Mr. Machine Man, can bypass? This sort of lock?
Yeah, I could jam it for sure. I'm not sure whether I could open it.
Make a technology roll.
Yeah, I could give it a shot for sure.
Better than dying in here.
Unfortunately, there is no way that you'll be able to try and bypass this thing. There's no access points. It's bolted to the wall. The only thing that is there in front of you is the access point with the finger, where you put your finger.
Okay.
Let's try each of our fingers then. And Fabio takes off his glove and starts going through each of his digits.
None of them work. You can do that, but none of them will work against the door.
Oh, okay. So the commissar would be the most likely. Right. I'm going to attempt to input a code into the door just to see what happens, mostly. Can I run through a sequence of 6 combinations?
Sure.
I'll start with 367, just to see if there's any reaction, or if it indicates the length of the code that's required.
You go with 367.
Yep.
And you press enter, I imagine.
If there's an enter function.
Nothing.
Does it give any illumination? Is there like an LCD part, or
There is
give any indication of whether I'm missing?
there is simply a green light if it were to come on, or a red light to say no. And each attempt that is wrong, or I say nothing, that's a red light. There's no length of code indicator, or you need X amount of. It's just very simple. Keypad light.
Wait, I thought you said it was 9 digits earlier.
No, it's not. It's like a key phone.
Like a key phone. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 1 is ABC, 2 is DEF, so on, so forth. Like a traditional phone keypad.
Yeah.
There was nothing else other than the key on the individual that lies with his guts splayed.
Nope.
Is there anything else, if I was to take out and look and examine the amulet further, is there anything else I notice about it, or is it just the digits and the thing?
Sorry? I'm just creating you the keypad so you can see it just in case. 2 seconds.
Yeah. I was just wondering whether there was anything aside from the...
There you go. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Just standard, everyday. There's apart from the whoever it was that was talking to you through the vent, and the data select the medallion, that and the corpse. That's really about it. And obviously the safe.
So when we read the prayer, that's what activated the guy, or is it when we mentioned the word, whatever his name was, pittance?
Mm-hmm. When you activate it with the word glory, yeah. Oh, his name's Pittance, sorry.
Oh, pittance.
Yes.
What is your designation?
Servitor designation Pittance. Present and accounted for in the engineering hold. Current assignment unknown. Currently in standby mode. Master yet to assign activity.
I believe we need to find something for our engineering friend to do.
Pittance, what does this phrase mean to you? All minds that are broken are whole once more, and those who are without his glory are slain in his name, for his word is final.
This is the daily prayer of the glorious bright.
I say to the others, that 56 is one of the numbers in our telepathic.
They do seem to line up. All of the numbers on the daily prayer do seem to be on the medallion.
Let's. I'm going to try and input those in the order that they're written and as the prayer onto the keypad. So I'm going to start with 1, 2.
Yep.
3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6.
Interestingly, now that we mention it, the numbers 33, 44, and 56 are not on there that I can see.
You get a red light, by the way, when you try those numbers.
Okay.
The number 1 is on there, and the number 12 appears to be on there. So 33, 44, and 56 do not seem to appear.
Pittance, are there any missing paragraphs or sentences from the Glorious Bright in the transcript that we read out?
This is the true prayer of the Glorious Bright, starting with word number 1.
Working on something. Got something. Yeah, sorry, carry on. That's what.
Do you wish for me to read out the prayer as I know it?
Yes.
Please.
Starting with word number 1. The Emperor has given us wings to soar amongst the stars. 12. For his is the radiant light that paths our ways, to never suffer the heretic, the zealous, or the traitor. Word number 33. His word will strike all who oppose with a glorious fury.
Yeah. So guys, I've just been quietly working my way through the text here. So the numbers from the amulet seem to coincide with the text from the script here.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, so I've worked it out so far. So doing it words by word, it's Emperor is the word that will assumably open the door or something. So
that does seem to work, as the letters in the numbers 3, 6, and 7 are the ones that appear most frequently. In fact, actually, I don't believe any letter outside the word Emperor appears on any of the other things. Should we try entering Emperor? I believe that our friend Icavon is absolutely correct.
Yep.
Yeah,
So-
sounds brilliant.
So it would be 3,
3,
6, 7,
3, 3,
3.
7, 7, 7. 6, 6.
Ha ha ha. 3, 6, 7, 3, 7, 6, 7.
Do you press enter?
Gingerly.
The door flashes green.
Woo! Well done, Rob.
Nice.
Nicely done. A lot quicker than what I thought was going to happen.
There's nothing after the door. This was it.
I literally
Okay.
throw away the battalion.
Right. Let me scroll down a couple pages. Was that alright? What do you think of that?
Like, how did you get, like, Emperor was free? Because, like, how was that? Because I was on, like, you did the numbers for Emperor.
Yeah. One of the things that was revealed to my character at the beginning was that
Yeah,
the
free.
3, 6, and 7 were covered in blood, most used.
A, B, C, D, E. Oh yeah, E is 6. Fucking, I counted E as 5 on my first hand. That's why I completely disregarded that straight away.
Cool. Nice little puzzle.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Thought of that one myself. Oh yeah. Right, here we go. As you enter the code into the door, a green light flashes on the panel and the doors mercifully open slowly and silently. Beyond the brightly lit conference room is absolute darkness. Only the very faint glow of a strip of light lines the edges of the corridors in front of you, though most of it seems to be covered in a mossy fungus that has crept over the interior of the ship.
I believe it would be pertinent if we found some way of defending ourselves, as it would appear that this ship is no longer under Imperium control.
Yeah, it seems that Xenos has taken over, and seems to have brought his cultists along with it. Luckily, and I sort of flash my eye on, I'm a blind fighter, so this darkness doesn't really affect me as much. So.
Sure.
It's not the darkness that concerns me. It's what lurks within, and the ability, given the fact that we struggled with some rather pathetic street thugs in hand-to-hand combat. I doubt we'll fare any better with the monstrosities that plagued us when we were captured.
Yeah, you're right. So I see a lot of rebar around, like just sort of littered around the floor in this room. Is there anything we can make like rudimentary spears out of or something?
Improvised weapons.
Yeah.
Is that are you talking amongst yourselves? Are you asking me?
More of a question of the room as well, because I can see like all of this sort of
Sure.
like holes and stuff.
There, you can make some you can make some improvised weapons. That's fine. There's bits of table. You can each have a metal pole each if you wish. There's enough bits and bobs around. But as you're talking about weapons, Pittance pipes up.
Yes, weapons are here, in the engine room with me.
Excellent. Is one perchance a long rifle?
Affirmative.
Pittance,
Where is engineering?
confirm route from conference room to engine room.
Conference room B.
Yeah, I was just like, what? Is there a sign on the door?
Simple. Engine room will be the next door on your left as you exit the conference room.
Alright, perfect.
Pittance, are you alone in there?
Affirmative.
Just before we open the door to like 300 gene stealers. Excellent. I believe we should proceed.
Yeah, Pittance, there's an airlock in your room, right?
We have seen the film known as Alien.
Like, everything's fine.
From the Earth Archives.
If you would all like to roll me a stealth check. Let me just delete Alex from there.
Definitely.
And I'm going to roll a stealth check for...
I should be alright at this point. Wow. With 8 dice, I got a 3.
And a critical failure.
Yep, that was the worst part of that one.
We all got 3, and I got 2.
Who would like to attempt to go into the engine room first?
Well,
Wait, we got to cross this like mossy patch or something first, right?
Mm-hmm.
That
I'm
don't seem
going to...
When I've got the longest bit of rebar, but just poke it with a stick, see what happens. I want to know whether any like weird spores shoot up into the air or something.
Spores do fly up into the air, but they don't seem to have any effect on the surrounding.
I believe maybe it would be best if we held our breath. But I shall go first, given my capabilities and being a bit more agile than the rest of you. In terms of the failure, as soon as I stand out, I drop. I stumble on something on the floor, and I drop the rebar or whatever metal I was holding, leaving it clanging to the floor.
In the distance, you hear the shriek of something Xenos.
I believe that we should make haste. It appears that they know we're here.
Yeah, I don't mean that.
Okay.
Alright, let's go.
Are you still there, Fabio?
Yes.
Just soaking in.
Let's go.
Sorry for that, everyone. It's very uncharacteristic.
So who's going? In what order do you want to enter this room?
I'll go first, as I was already at the front.
Yeah. Okay.
Hold a second.
I'll be
Yeah.
right behind you.
Okay, and then Anastasia will go from there. What did you roll, Bob? Oh, you're safe. Looks like you made it into this room without a hitch so far.
Excellent. I assume they're lockers on the fast.
Yes, they are. You can happily pick up all your weapons and equipment and re-equip yourselves so you can breathe a sigh of relief. If you encounter something now, you should be able to handle it. Or
I'd like
maybe
to
not.
Permanently have my shuriken pistol out. I
Okay,
feel
sure.
like some form of close quarters going on here.
Same for everyone? Pistols out?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Pistol round, guys.
Cool, okay.
Yeah.
So there in front of you is a horrifying mixture, depending on what background you have really, is a horrifying mixture of mechanical equipment and man. A servitor is basically someone who has been lobotomized and put together with machinery as much as possible to serve the Imperium. It's
Wow.
probably one of the worst fates you could ever have.
The Imperium's really messed up.
Yeah. Are we the bad guys?
Yeah.
They're effectively the Catholic Church, in a lot of senses. I'm talking like Crusade era.
So, what would you like to do from here?
The patch that's sort of to the left of the room, is that covering a doorway of some kind, or is that just...
That is covering a section of corridor.
Ah, okay.
So as you would have walked in the door, you would have seen that it would have just gone on to black.
Okay.
Pittance looks at you up and down.
Is this room low lit, or is it lit well enough for everyone to see?
The rooms are lit, yes. It's just the corridors that seem to have the lights out at the moment.
Listen, were you able to relight the corridor that we passed?
I can relight these corridors. However, if there are intruders, they would most likely be alerted to your presence.
Ah yes, Icavon, what do you think to that?
I'm more comfortable sticking to the shadows, really.
For a damn thing.
Pittance, what are your defense capabilities?
I have a power claw which is used for tasks like taking apart machinery or metals.
Fantastic, you'll be going first.
Affirmative. Do you require medical aid?
I turned to, hey guys, where are we trying to get to? Are we trying to get to the escape, or what's our... We want to get back to the ship, or are we out of here, or are we trying to...
At this point, as we are potentially going to be incapacitated by this toxin that's rather lovely voice instructed us over the tannoy, it would possibly be pertinent to acquire at least something that
That's a good
stops the
idea.
effects.
I agree.
We're heading to the medic-bay then. The medic, so we want to find the medic bay on this ship.
Affirmative.
If there are survivors, find them. That was, of course, what we were sent here to do.
Please follow me. I will lead you to the medic bay.
Could I have a go at activating my chameleon ability to allow me to travel a little bit more stealthily?
Of course, yeah, absolutely. What's the rule for that? It's just a case of...
As it says for me, it says chameleon, difficulty number 5, activation is an action, duration is sustained, so
Sure.
I don't know what that means.
It means for as long as you want it to be on.
Oh, cool. Range is stealth, multi-target, can't do that. And I get a +3 to stealth and +1 to defense against ranged attacks.
Sounds great.
Succeed.
Yep.
Nope.
Okay. The fungus in the room settles on your cloak, so it's, even if it did chameleonicize itself, or whatever the word is, you're still kind of slightly visible, hence why it wouldn't work.
That's fine. Let's be off.
So the motors on the back of Pittance fire up. They are quite loud.
Please follow me.
I sort of, as he goes off, I sort of hold a hand out. Do we leave a little bit of a gap to avoid drawing attention to ourselves too much? This mindless beast is a bit of a pawn for the old emperor, as it is anyway.
Yeah, I have no worries with that. We can let him go for it, take the brunt of it. Also, yeah, fuck it. Yeah, let's do that.
Quick, let's follow him. Come on. Let's not let him get out of our sight.
So do you enter the corridor?
Yep.
Give me just a second, because that noise will have definitely alerted things. So who would have exited? I probably should have done this afterwards, but who would have exited the corridor first?
What, going out and up into here?
You'll be going into this area over here. I should probably change my colour to
me. I'm alright with that.
Yeah, sure. So you would have been here or here?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yep. And then who would have been next?
Would have been second, probably.
Yep. If you'd like to ping where you'd like to go, that would be brilliant. Sure.
I think, given the fact that Anastasia is showing, much like I am as well, a sort of weakness, yeah, would have sent her ahead as you'd moved her.
Perfect. And yourself would be there, I imagine, Fabio.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So the engines do pique the interests of these three neophytes.